Okay, here we go. A little bit of a delay there. Sorry, guys. Here is the 158 millimeter spinner set on the cowling. Let me back up so you can see the size of the thing. Set up on the cowling of the Clark Spitfire. That's the Clark Spitfire in the background. That's the quarter scale Spitfire. And, I kind of like the shape. It's not perfect for a Spitfire, but it's pretty close. Might be a little more P-51 than Spitfire, but nobody's really going to notice. I have it shimmed up to about 4 millimeters, maybe 5, which is about the amount of spacing I'm going to want when I mount the motor. There's the motor. We'll come back to that in a minute. But I think it looks pretty damn good. I think the lines really flow well. Let's look at the Carf Spitfire real quick and then come back and we can talk about the motor. All right, there it is mounted on the Carf. It stands proud of the front face of the cowling because this is a flat back plate, this spinner. I like the lines of this. Let's talk about that first. It doesn't quite line up now because of the way it's sitting. The cowling is only taped on, so it's not in correct alignment, but it is, well aligned, as you guys have seen from previous videos. But anyway, that gap, of course, I'd never want to look at that. That would drive me crazy. I have enough shims and stuff in the back of this motor motor standoffs rather, that I can back this up and make this look nice. I don't know if I'll fly with this first or use the Zinger that's here. I have 2 of the 5.5 inch. I might cut it for 2 blade because it's the same size spinner as used on my Bud Nose and P-51, and I have run that 2 blade. So I might cut this 2 blade and fly it like that for a little while. But let me show you the difference in the back plates, how it mounts. Okay, so this, come on now. Right, very thin spun aluminum, and it fits over this. You can see it's sort of cupped here. And this has, I think you can tell pretty well, there's a flat back plate. So when the Zinger is on, it goes all the way back, right? So that's a little bit different. All right, let's go back to the other. So I got very lucky in choosing the new motor, the 8057/4, which is a 120 kV motor, very large 120 kV motor. I got lucky in that. I don't know if you can see that. I think you actually can. Right here, this has a centering lug for either the back of the propeller or, in this case, I think I can do this without cutting. Look at that. It's like they were made for each other. So the spinner back plate keys into the prop hub very, very nicely. Let me lift it off because it's not bolted on. You can see it keys in very nicely and it fits perfectly flat. These are both really well machined items, so they fit together perfectly. See that giant motor shaft? That's 12 millimeter, I think, or 14 millimeter. It's pretty big. All right, so that lays down, and it still stands proud enough that it will center the propeller. I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue, really. The propeller is going to be held in place with six through bolts, and this is really trick. I'm going to see if I can show you this. Let's see. The spinner from Gunter Krumscheid in Germany comes with this threaded stainless shaft. Let me see if I can get it out. Let me pause for a second. All right, here we are. I'm back. So the spinner comes with two pretty trick items for mounting. It's this M6 threaded rod, stainless rod, and this, I don't really know what you would call this. It's a nut, I guess, of sorts, a screw nut. It's threaded M6, and it fits into that little dip there, that little entry point in the top of the spinner. Now, interestingly, it's pretty scale for a Spitfire. Spitfires have something very similar shaped, without, of course, the slot for the screwdriver in the front of their spinners. Anyway, let me get this out. This threaded rod fits perfectly into, and again, it looks like I was smart, but I'm not. I was just lucky. Get some of these out of here so we can see. The top of the prop washer has a hole in the middle. It's threaded M6. So let me screw it in. So prop goes on, right? Everything gets bolted together. The prop washer's there. And let me see if I can put the phone down. All right. So this threads into the front face of the prop washer. And let me reach over, spin it down some. Guys, I know this is not the best quality video I've ever done, but this is pretty hard. I don't know, Adam, how you do this with one hand. All right, so this threads down into the mounted propeller, and the very top, of course, is threaded, and the spinner obviously goes down over top, right? And then that lines up with this little bit that comes in at the tip of the propeller, and you just screw this down, and your propeller is mounted, your spinner is mounted. Now, I thought I was going to have to cut this, but I won't because I can just get the length right. Probably put a little bit of blue Loctite on there or a dab of something to keep it from backing out, and then just unscrew this. And every time I want to take the spinner off, just unscrew this. Try not to lose it because this is probably nearly irreplaceable. And then just take the spinner cone off. So it seems pretty ingenious. Let me grab this. It seems pretty ingenious, and I'm pretty happy with it. You know, for the money, not really a lot of money for a really good quality spinner like this. So let me go over here. I have the invoice here. The company is called Gunter Krumscheid GmbH. I think that's German for engineering. Metal Warren, metalworking company. I'll leave it on here for a second if you guys want to get the website. There's the name of the company, address, telephone, telefax, email, and internet web address. Okay, those are the dates. Let's look at the prices. So the 140 by 110, 110 is the height of the spinner, 140 is the diameter. That was 51.26 euros, and the 158, the one we just looked at for the larger Spitfire, is 158 wide and 145 high, and that was 65.55 euros total. Oh, that's the shipping. Shipping is 33.61 euros. Total was 150.42 euros. I think the exchange rate on the day that I ordered was like, I don't know, 93 cents a euro. So it was almost 1-to-1. I'm trying to remember, but I think my bill was somewhere between like $149 and $154, something like that. I have to look at PayPal's exchange rate for the day. But it was really very simple. Took about a week and a half to get here. Other guys ordered around the same time that I posted this on RC groups, the links rather to the company. Mine took an extra couple of days because it got hung up in customs for some reason. I guess I'm just a sketchy character on somebody's list. In any event, really pretty happy with the spinners. They look nice. That's the Zinger in the background. That's got a nice shape too. Much thinner, much lighter, but I'm really happy with this. I can't believe how nice they are for, you know, basically $60 each, $70 each. This is a fraction of what it would cost to have made or purchased from True Turn or Dave Brown or whoever's still making them. I know one of those companies stopped producing. So anyway, go on their website. It's Krumscheid-metalwarren.de, Krumscheid-metalwarren, which is METALLWAREN.de. I'll put it in the comments so you can click on it as a hot link. It's a difficult website to maneuver. They don't have it in as spinners. These are branded as crackhead spinners. I guess they think that means something else. I don't know. Crackhead's not a cool thing. But anyway, these are the spinners, and they're very good for the money. All right, take it easy, fellas.